to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I am 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 grateful. I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I am grateful. Thank you. 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 I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. With every breath I take, I'm grateful.
Our hearts full of gratitude, feeling grateful. Grateful for this beautiful day the Lord has made. Grateful for you, for this community. Just grateful. And as we enter our moments together today, we stay in that place of gratitude, of knowing that with every breath we take, can you imagine, from the moment we enter on this earth, the breath is always there. So to be grateful. So welcome everyone. So good to see you as always. So good to know that we are here with our Facebook and YouTube family. We're in this wonderful place of community and oneness no matter where we are. And if you are visiting for the first time, not sure, but I just want to welcome you specifically to our loving community. Unity of Citrus is a positive path for spiritual living. And we're not a religion. We're not a religion. This is a spiritual community that is here to help support you on your path to God. So with all that said, we're going to just go right into the service by first turning around and greeting each other. Go ahead and greet each other with a namaste, an elbow bump, a little joyful smile, just grateful, grateful, grateful. And then when you are ready, turn around and wave to our YouTube and Facebook family, and we say, thank you for being with us. We are grateful, grateful, grateful. So with this attitude of gratitude, this joy that we're feeling in our hearts, let us take a moment to get centered. So I invite you to gently close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And take a deep breath with me. Allow that breath to settle you into this now present moment. The sweet presence of God is right here where we are. Because wherever we are, God is. And it fills this room with its love and joy and peace. We radiate that love and joy to each other and out into the world. As we acknowledge that God is and I am, right here, right now, and always. We allow to quiet our mind this morning, the busyness of the mind, to just quiet down for a bit as we make the journey straight into our heart, that sacred heart space, and allow it to open up, expansive, full of gratitude and full of love. And receptive, because we want to be receptive this day to whatever it is that Spirit wants to reveal to us. We're here by divine appointment. There is no coincidence. So we know that there is something here for us to take with us as we continue to evolve in our spiritual journey. Something that will help us to be a greater expression of the Christ that we are. The love that we are, the peace that we are. And so with that knowing, with that joy, with that gratitude in our heart, we enter our moments together in a state of oneness, fully present into this one now, real, only moment. And we say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is. So I invite you now to say our affirmation of oneness together. There is one power and one presence in the universe and in my life. God the good, all-powerful, all-knowing, everywhere present, right here, right now, God. Namaste.
I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. I will leave this world as it is, go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace, inside there is joy, inside there is sacred love. I will leave this day I will leave this day as it is. Go inside to find my God. I will leave this day as it is. Go inside to find my God. Inside there is peace. Inside there is joy. Inside there is more than enough. Inside there is peace. Inside there is joy. Inside there is sacred love. I will leave this life as it is. Go inside to find my God. I will leave this life as it is. Go inside to find my God. Go inside to find my God. I'll go inside to find my God.
Good morning. This is the time in our service where we take just a precious moment to enter into our sacred space, to allow ourselves to center, set our intentions for the day, and to reflect and maybe even renew. Settle yourself comfortably. Gently close your eyes. Breathe in deeply, and as you breathe out, let go of any tensions or stress. In your mind, say your name. Tell yourself relax, and physically feel your body relaxing. Lay down your burdens and hear the whisper of self-compassion. Bring your attention to that whisper in your heart. Are you aware of self-compassion? Do you practice self-compassion? Are you giving yourself the tenderness and care that you need and deserve? Again, in your mind, gently say your name. Tell yourself, I forgive you. There is no need for you to suffer. Be kind to yourself. Use kind words and thoughts towards yourself. Believe in yourself. Have faith in your abilities and judgments. As we gently go into a moment of silence, in your mind, say your name again and tell yourself, I forgive you. Tell yourself, I love you. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, say again, I love you. Be kind to yourself. As you take another deep breath, gently open your eyes and know that there's only one person in this world that you will always have a relationship with, and that's yourself. Therefore, start making sure that you are a good companion to yourself. Namaste.
Thank you, Rhonda. What a beautiful reflection on self-love, self-compassion. Take that to your heart. Thank you. So resolve to evolve. We are now at the final message based on this month's series that we've had on you can't sleep through your awakening. How many of you know that for sure? That is so true. You cannot fall asleep in your awakening. We've been asleep. We've been in this state where we have really not been aware of our true selves, our true nature, our oneness with God, and all the infinite good that is always flowing to us and through us. We have been in this mesh of litter of anxiety and stress and regret and resentment and shame and guilt, and how many more can we add to the list? But I remember that the poet Stanley Kahn said to us, or advised us, to live in the layers, not in the litter. Not in the litter. That is not where we are meant to be. That is not our home. And so to do this, we had to awaken. We had to realize that we've been doing that and that we no longer want to do that anymore. We want to no longer be filtering our lives or living our lives, filtering it through our ego, through the false thoughts and beliefs and the programmings that we have accepted of ourselves. And they've been running our lives. We cannot even get to the layers. So awakening is being able to realize that, to come to an awareness that there's something greater, something more real than what we can see with our eyes. Something so amazingly significant. Something about ourselves. And we can know this when we evolve, when we move higher in consciousness and recognize the Christ in us. How amazing is that? And if you're resisting evolving, it's futile. It's futile. Don't try it, because to tell you the truth, we were designed to evolve. And so the more you resist it, the more you will feel unhappy. because you are meant to be more than this body. You are meant to be magnificent beings of light and love. So when we are there, we can realize that the kingdom of God is right here within us, as Jesus so often said, and that we lack nothing. We lack nothing, so we don't have to live in fear. We can live from a consciousness of love. There's a quote in the book, Simmons' book, from Roger Walsh that actually, believe it or not, gave me some comfort when I was reading it. It made me realize, yes, this is so incredibly true. He said, our world is in grave, grave trouble. Can we acknowledge that? Sure, we can. But our world rests in good hands because actually it rests in yours. Think about that. Only you can make the difference that will change the world. So it rests in your hands. And it's hard to imagine that that's true, because we've made such a mess of things, haven't we? We just kind of made a mess. But we can forgive ourselves and with loving compassion, resolve to evolve, to surrender into being that which we have come here to be. We're not merely human. We are divine. Our humanity walks with our divinity. We are spiritual beings, as our unity principles say, created in the image of God. The Spirit of God lives within each and every one of us, and therefore we are inherently good, powerful beyond imagination. Sometimes that's what we fear most, believe it or not. So when we resolve to evolve, we will grow into what we have come here to be. And we will then have a positive impact, and the world will be resting in good hands. Everything, as I said, is designed to evolve. The nature of life is like that. If you look at history, if you realize everything is like that. And if you're feeling that feeling of expansiveness within you, this urge within you, this like almost pushing this activity of God deciding to express within you the Christ in you, expanding in you. And if you're feeling that, then you are ripe for transformation. The right time. You have arrived to the place where you can say yes. And begin, she says, you can practice the practices that she gave us that would help us to assist us in this process of transformation, of changing. We're always changing. So one thing we can definitely count on. And the practices that she offers us, remember, I'm just going to recap real quickly. It's easy to remember. We just remember the word face. And they are, let's see, this is a test. Let's see if you remember. F stands for forgiveness, and A for appreciation, and C for compassion, and E for embodiment. And if you put these into practice, you'll be able to face, really, honestly, try it. You'll be able to face whatever's showing up in your world in a much more awakened state, where you can see beyond the circumstances and know that there is a power within you that is greater than anything. Any person, any condition. So, Simmons says that in this healing form of conscious awareness, you can now unmask the face of the authentic self within you and see it mirrored back from every pair of eyes. Isn't that beautiful? That's just absolutely beautiful. So it's a choice. We were created with choice. So we have to choose to say, yes, I am willing to submit myself to the process of evolving, to do the practices that are mine to do. It's not enough to just know them. As Charles Filmer says, he says we have to actually apply them. And it requires action. So you have to actually, it's not an intellectual thing. It's a thing of the heart. Spiritual principles are unchanging. They are truth no matter what language you're said, no matter what faith tradition is said. A spiritual principle is deep, fundamental truth. And you can validate that by the work that by the fact that you have experienced it in your life. How many of you have put into practice a principle that you learned in Unity and you have seen it work in your life? Yes. They are unchanging. They are deep, fundamental truths. And you can count on them no matter what. So one of these principles that is often talked about, and believe it or not, this is really quite amazing. This one is a moral principle, but you find it in every single faith tradition on this planet, every single one of them. And it is known to us as the Golden Rule. You heard of it? So let's see. In Christianity, in Buddhism, it says, hurt not others with that which pains yourself. In Christianity, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. In Hinduism, treat others as you would yourself be treated. Islam, do unto all men as you would wish to have done unto you. Judaism, what you yourself hate, do to no man. And Native Americans, live in harmony, for we are all related. All of us. So it's there. Every faith tradition is given it to us. So there must be something really quite important about this principle. The book of Matthew, Jesus proclaimed it when he was giving his Sermon on the Mount. He called it, love your neighbor as yourself. In the book of Matthew, it says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And so Simmons really believes that this teaching is really a code for transformation. And I tend to agree with her. He says, if the world is a mirror and what we put out is reflected back in some way, then it follows that if we shift to using the Golden Rule as our go-to behavioral measuring tool, our experience of life ought to change. And it will. It will. And one way that you can live this Golden Rule, one way that you can actually bring it forth is to find out, what do you want to give to the world? Because we're mirroring it back. So one way to live the Golden Rule is to give to the world what you need. Give to the world what you need. You know, to our ego, that doesn't make any sense, believe it or not. As a matter of fact, it'll probably be screaming in your ears saying, why should I do unto you if you haven't done it unto me? Does that sound familiar? That little ego voice telling you, hey, unless it does it to me, I'm not giving it. No way. And our human nature is so focused on what we can get, not on what we can give. And we have so much to give. The fruits of the Spirit are love and kindness and gentleness and patience and generosity and faithfulness and goodness, and I hope I covered all of them. And from a consciousness of love, when we're there, when we awaken, when we can know that we are more than this, that there is a greater, deeper truth that we cannot see with our carnal eyes, then we give these things so freely because it flows from our authentic nature, from who we truly are. But most of the time, we're living in fear. And we're living under the judgment and in our litter of judgments and unforgiveness and anger and hatred and on and on and on and on. And when we do that, when we give that, guess what gets reflected back? That gets reflected back. So to the intellect, this makes no sense. But to love others as you would love yourself. But to our deeper intelligence of the heart, the deeper intelligence of the heart, doing unto others as you would have them do unto you, makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Because we realize that the world is a mirror, and what we're giving is going to be reflected back. So give what you need. And one of the ways that you can figure out what is that I need, Simmons says, go back to your childhood. Go back to when you were a child and ask yourself, what was missing from my life as a child that would have made my life more joyful, more peaceful, happier? Perhaps this acceptance, If acceptance is something that was missing from your life as a child, then give that now. Give that. If compassion was missing from your life as a child, give that. If you weren't appreciated for the beauty and the magnificence that you are, give appreciation out to the world. Be grateful. Let it pour from you lavishly. And do that. Lavish these things onto the world, whether you believe they deserve it or not. Because our thinking always can lead us astray if it's not centered from the heart. So you do unto others because if you deny others what you seek, then you won't find it either. You'll be searching and searching, and because you can't give it, you can't find it. So you take action. You remind yourself to let that action that you're going to take, as Simmons says, be heart-centered. Right from the heart. And you allow that action to be concrete and measurable so you can see results. Just don't think about it, you do it. And then what will happen is that you become that. You become the very presence of compassion and kindness and goodness in the world. When I was growing up as a little girl, Spanish little girl in the slums of East New York, I didn't know how to speak English when I went to school because in my house we only spoke Spanish. And I felt like an outcast. I did. Children can be kind of mean, aren't they? The behavior of some of the children around me made me feel like I didn't belong. They didn't accept me. And so I tried to conform. I would hide the beauty and the richness of my culture, the wonderful music and the food and the laughter that we share. As a culture, we are very giving, loving, as many of you are. But I would hide them. My mom would pack food like little rice and beans, and I wouldn't eat it because I didn't want anyone to know that that's what I was eating. It didn't look like everyone else's lunch. So I created a home life that was not really real so that I could fit in. Little home life that didn't really speak to who I really was. It took many years to come to a place where I can love and accept and appreciate myself for who I am. It was years of releasing all that I had accepted about myself and what I thought and the concerns about what others would think. I just had to let it go. That is not my business. And I let go of the false beliefs and the thoughts I began to have of myself. And I'm not done. We're never done. This is the journey. It's an ongoing process that we are doing. And sometimes I may fall off the bandwagon, as they say. But you know what? That's okay. Get up, dust yourself, love yourself, and continue on this journey. You are evolving. You are changing. So today I see myself and appreciate my uniqueness. And I celebrate that. I celebrate the me that I am. For that's the way God has chosen to express through me. Isn't that wonderful? Today I see and I appreciate that. And I lavishly, I truly, really lavishly give. And I'm passionate about creating spaces where people will feel appreciated and accepted. I'm passionate about that. That's why I feel like Unity of Citrus fits like a glove for me. Because our mission here is to create a loving, accepting, healing community. And it feels so good to be able to give that to the world and then see it being reflected back to us. Because we feel that, don't we? Don't we feel accepted in this place? We are giving that, and so we are receiving it. And here's the real cool thing that I kind of just really realized this is so very true. You're going to notice that the things that you need are the very things that the world also needs. They've been needing it. They've been waiting for you to give it so that it can reflect back. So applying the golden rule begins as a conscious practice. You say, I will do this. I will practice this. I will practice this. And after a while, there's a shift that happens. You're not even practicing it anymore because you become it. You embody that. You embody the kindness and the goodness and the love and the acceptance and the compassion and all of that. And you don't need to practice it anymore. You actually become the visible expression of the divine in action. That is wonderful. So Simmons says, all of our actions that are less than loving are a consequence of disconnection and a belief in separation. We're trying to function as isolated, encapsulated egos in a world where everything is interconnected. Take that in for a moment. And because we are trying to function as isolated, encapsulated egos in a world where everything is interconnected, we feel kind of out of sorts, don't we? We feel almost like something is not right. Something doesn't feel right. Somehow we have forgotten that we belong, everything belongs. And everything is connected. For everything comes from the same source. And so we go out because we're not feeling so great about it. We go out seeking what makes us happy outside of ourselves, and we spin like a hamster in a wheel trying to find it. When all along it has always been within you, in such abundance that you can lavishly give it out. See, the ego says, withhold. This is yours. About me. And the spirit says, be expansive. Give. Give. Resolve to evolve so that we can change the behaviors and see the world as it really truly is. God is in everything. Love is in everything. And when you realize that every single thing that is in this planet comes from the very same source, and that you are part of that, then you can truly begin to put divine action into your life. You see, we cannot live for ourselves alone. We just can't. Our lives are connected by 1,000 invisible threads. And along these sympathetic fibers, our actions run as cause and return to us as result. I love that quote. So good. Pope Francis recently said that we are living not in an era of change, but rather the change of an era. Very different. It's a time of transformation. But the mystery is that the transformation happens not when something new begins. That's the whole thing. It's not because something new is beginning, it's because something old is falling apart. The old self is falling apart. And the pain of the old self falling apart feels like chaos. Really does. But what's really happening is that the soul is being invited. We are being invited to listen at a deeper level, to go to places within ourselves that we haven't dared to go, and to do new things. And what's funny is that we would do anything, so anything to keep the old way of being because it feels so comfortable. Even though we know doesn't serve our highest good. But when the pain of keeping our old ways, and the pain of living in that litter that I mentioned earlier, the pain of keeping the patterns that are not serving our highest good, become greater than the fear to evolve, the fear to finally surrender, the fear to let the old go. Then, when we get there, we will begin to change greater into what we have come here to be. And you know, the guidance of our heart, that beautiful, sacred heart, is going to show us how. See, everything that I say, it's already a truth within you. It's you. You know it. There's nothing new that I'm saying. It resides within you. I'm just trying to pull it out. And when we resolve to evolve, when we find that courage to let go of the old patterns, we will realize that life is so much sweeter, so much greater. I believe that Jesus was kind of describing this pain of letting go of the old when he said, "It is a narrow gate and a hard road that leads to life, and only a few find it." He mentioned, believe it or not, this narrow road right after he shared the golden rule to those that were listening when he gave the Sermon on the Mountain. He understood how much letting go we will have to do to be able to treat others as we would want them to treat us. And Charles Fillmore reminds us that it's right here and right now that we do this work of character building. Right here, right now, is when we change. Not when we die and then have, what we've been taught. We change here. It's right here, right now. I found this beautiful passage from Secrets of Divine Love, a spiritual journey into the heart of Islam, that I want you to listen to very carefully. We are an everlasting spirit, molded from the breath of God. Our bodies are vehicles, but not who we actually are. Our bodies are made of clay, and this earth is the oven in which we are baked and glazed into divine pottery. The earth is not our home, but a cocoon, a gestation period, where we are molded into who we were written to become. Ooh. What is to come is better than what has gone. And that is true. The world can be in good hands when we choose to resolve to evolve. And I do believe with all my heart that what is to come will be better. That what we are doing for our part is allowing ourselves to fall, those pieces that no longer are part of our truth, to fall away. To give lavishly from that heart that we know is full of love. So I hope that this series that we have spent a couple of weeks on has inspired you, has given you something to practice, to help you evolve. Something, whatever that may be, the practice of forgiveness or the practice of appreciation or compassion, so that you will embody these things in your life. And then that you will take the greater practice of all to do unto others as you will have them do unto yourself. Yes, the world is in grave trouble. No. But our world, yes, John, but our world is in good hands because it's actually in your hands. And your homework is to seek within, to go deeper into that truth of yourself and let it guide you to what it is that you need to let go. Have the courage to fall apart, because what will come back is much greater and much powerful and much more beautiful than you have ever imagined. Namaste. Thank you.
Jane, who I was yesterday is gone. Embrace who I am today and let go of who I was before the dawn. Take only what I need with me. Leave behind hurtful memories. Once I have learned all I can, I can't keep carrying my pain with me. Every moment, every day, I'm always deciding how I want to live, who I want to be. I'm always changing. Who I was yesterday is gone. Embrace who I am today and let go of who I was before the dawn. I'm always changing. Who I was yesterday is gone. Embrace who I am today and let go of who I was before the dawn. Whenever I get stuck in my life, I ask what I could do right now instead of why. I can't let my fears define my journey, and I gotta forgive myself for when I don't feel worthy. Every moment, every day, I'm always deciding how I want to live, who I want to be. I'm always changing. Who I was yesterday is gone. Embrace who I am today and let go of who I was before the dawn. I'm always changing. Who I was yesterday is gone. Embrace who I am today and let go of who I was before the dawn. I don't know what tomorrow will bring, how many years I'm living. All I know is I have today to enjoy the love all around me. I'm always changing. Who I was yesterday is gone. Embrace who I am today and let go of who I was before the dawn.
Woo! Well, I personally thank God for change. Woo! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't want to know. Thank you, God. This is a time in our service where we give of our love offerings and our tithes. And if you're not able to today, that's fine. You can always give on our website. There's a donate button. Or you can call our office. We're there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 to 4. We are here because of you, your generosity, and your love. And with your help, we keep growing. So together, if you will, hold your love offering in your heart. And we say this together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I send forth this gift with my blessings and my love. We thank you for this offering. We know that it is given and received in love. Know that it moves through this ministry with the energy of divine love out into the world as only good. Each giver is blessed and each giver is loved. We bless the receiver and we fill our gift with love. And so it is. Thank you, God. And now our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Namaste. Luce, you have announcements?
Just want to remind you that the quarterly meeting is on November 7th, not the end of this month, okay? So it's November 7th. We had to change it around a little bit. A good news, we reached our goal of Thanksgiving cards. Yay, 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 yay! And more. We'll save those for next year. So very grateful for that. And the Alzheimer's Walk, if you're interested in joining Team Unity, one of these days I'll wear my shirt so we can share it. And speak to Rhonda. There's lots of different ways that you can do it. You can walk with us, you can make a donation, whatever way you choose to do it. Rhonda will be out in the lobby and she'll answer any questions if you want to do that. That's on November 13th. And finally, if you are going to join us for the Mary Miller Celebration of Life, it'll start around 12 noon. So you'll have a little bit of time to take a little walk. We still have a lot of setting up to do in the cafe. So we'll open the cafe soon, but not quite just yet. We still have a couple of things to do. Thank you for coming. I love you and bless you. I hope you have an amazing, wonderful week and that you will realize the beautiful changes that are happening in your life and embrace them. I'll meet you in the back to say hello. Thank you.
I'm always changing. Who I was yesterday is gone. Embrace who I am today and let go of who I was before the dawn. Take only what I need with me. Leave behind hurtful memories.